We've all been there. We've all done it. We've sat in a dark room waiting for a spark of inspiration. We've crinkled the pages of our paper, stared endlessly at a blank slate, trying to bring to life our ideas. We pushed through when we thought it was impossible. We've overcome self-doubt. We've all done it. But why? What drives us? What motivates us? What pushes us to be better versions of ourselves? It's something that we all share as Tigers. This inherent drive to be noticed, to make a difference, to lead. From policymakers, global leaders, entertainers, entrepreneurs, and humanitarians, to musicians, educators, caregivers, storytellers, and champions. We are defined by our pursuits, by our discoveries, and by our pathways to growth. Our experiences and unique perspectives makes us stronger and shape the Trinity story.
I'm Joe Donnelly, Director of Corporate Relations at Spurs Sports and Entertainment. Trinity grad from 2001. This is my 11th season at the Spurs. I knew somebody here. She was a classmate of mine and actually a friend of mine while at Trinity. She was able to forward my resume along, got my foot in the door, and was hired, and we've been paying it forward for a number of years, and I'm just one of the examples. When it came time, for my area to need interns, it was just a logical place to look at based on our relationships, not only with the accounting department, students reaching out, trying to figure out how they can get into the sports industry and helping guide them along. And now it's led to teaching a class, Business of Sports Finance. Our president and CEO is also one of the instructors for the class, and we don't just look at it as teaching a class, educating students. There's something in it for us too. We look at it as sourcing in a pipeline of talent. So as a donor to Trinity, being in the sports industry, we know how important it is and how facilities play an important part in competing for fan interest, but also for players and talent as well. Really excited about the new apartment deal just off of Hildebrand. So it's exciting for me, for an alum, that we're willing to grow, and whether that's physically or from an intellectual standpoint.
I'm Sherry Albright, and I'm the Noreen R. Murkison Distinguished Professor of Practice and Chair of the Department of Education here at Trinity. I came to Trinity in 1979 as a freshman. Being a small liberal arts campus that is primarily residential, there's a depth of relationships that are developed here. There's a commonality of experience that binds people together. And so I think relationship would be the word that I would describe as what's at the essence of the Trinity Network. We have generations of students going through our Master of Arts in Teaching program, over 30 years worth of students going through. And this year we opened a brand new professional development school in partnership with San Antonio Independent School District. And in 4 months, we needed to bring on an expert staff who would not only mentor our next generation of teachers, but would put on the ground this innovative, out-of-the-box school. And so, of course, who did we call? We put out the APB on our Master of Arts in Teaching listserv and said, all of you all who ever dreamed about coming back and helping Trinity create a new school, now's the time. And we had our students call us from everywhere. One of the things that is a motivator in my life is the power that education played for me. It was the place that shaped me. This place shaped me. This place helped me become who I am and put me on a new trajectory. So every day I get up and get excited about how do we put out into the world the strongest, most creative, most passionate, most persistent teachers we possibly can. Everything we do is all predicated on the gifts of our donors and our endowments and the people who have gone before us. And so it is through the generosity of our donors that make it possible for these incredible fellowships that we can offer, and the fact that we can support people to move into that absolutely critical endeavor of teaching. We think that's a really important piece that we couldn't do without those who support us.
My name is Faith Deckard. I'm a junior at Trinity University. I'm majoring in biology, hopefully getting a minor in sociology, and I'm from Nacogdoches, Texas. Being from a small town, everyone knows everyone, and everyone's in everyone's business, so I thought for sure when I came to college I wanted to go somewhere big And so when I first came to Trinity, I was sort of skeptical because I felt like I just came back to another small town. But I'm happy that I did that. It's nice not blending into the background. I'm not a number here. I'm an individual. I've gotten to go to Portland and New Orleans for scientific conferences. I've gotten to go to the Dominican Republic to conduct research on lizards. I've gotten to go out into the community and tutor students at high schools and elementaries. It's like Trinity doesn't exist within this confined space. So when I think about the Trinity Network, two words come to mind. One is reputation, and then the other is support. So in my college experience, I've had 2 big interviews, and as soon as I walk in, it's like, hello, who are you? I'm like, well, I'm Faith, and I'm from Trinity. And as soon as I say Trinity, you see the eyes get really big, and you see the smile spread across the face, because they know. So I became sick last spring, and I had to spend some time away from campus. And it was actually really scary. I had no idea what was going on. My symptoms were inconclusive, and we weren't certain. And school has always been really central to me. So the fact that I couldn't be here it was devastating. It was the one thing that I thought I had control over, and now it was being invaded. But I couldn't be depressed or down on myself because I was never alone. I had faculty members come and visit. I had friends come and visit, and they reminded me that, you know, I'm not a lupus patient. I'm not inadequate. I'm still me. I was still Faith. And although I now have a chronic illness, I'm still Faith. And the only label that I have is a tiger. It's unreal, especially for a person like me. I am the child of 2 ex-convicts. I come from a family where there are 10 kids and never enough resources to go around. I come from a neighborhood where being a doctor, going to college, what is that? That's something you see on TV. That's not something that happens, or at least not to people like us. Donors have made this possible for me. And thank you, and probably thank you a million more times, because it's not a dream, it's become reality, and I'm so grateful for that.